From TV to a photo shoot, Meredith Vieira knows how to work the camera.
Right there, beautiful. Nice. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Covering the latest issue of Ladies' Home Journal took Meredith back to her childhood.
I remember my mom getting it when I was a little kid, so it goes back a long way, Ladies' Home Journal. It's always part of our household.
Right there, beautiful, hon. Right there. Let's all smile. Hi. Nice. Good.
Looking bright-eyed after a full morning of her Today Show duties, she appeared at the photo shoot full of energy, but says it's not always easy.
I'm a night person. It's so strange because as soon as it gets dark out, it's like Dracula emerges, and it's me. And I'm lucky if I get to sleep by 10 o'clock. And then I'm up at 2:30, so that's not a lot of rest.
Meredith, how do you do it?
You know, it's adrenaline, I think. And when you're there doing the job, it's so much fun. That I knew that came with the job.
As for her Today Show co-anchors, she says they're all like family.
I don't think you can fake chemistry. I think the camera doesn't lie, and the audience can pick up on phonies and frauds. And I don't think you could do the job. I wouldn't want to do the job if I didn't like the people I work with. It's too hard.
As if she's not busy enough, Meredith is also flexing her acting chops, showing her comedic side and Get Him to the Greek.
It is such a pleasure to finally meet you. I was getting a little worried. I know you changed your flights quite a few times. I didn't think you'd make it.
Well, when I went to the first screening, I went, oh my God, I was in this movie. It's really raunchy.
The role even earned her some cool points with her son.
He said, Mom, do you have anything to tell me? And I said, what? He said, you were in Get Him to the Greek. I went, oh yeah, I forgot. He said, no, it was cool. It was cool. So that's one down, 2 to go.
Yeah, you've also done 30 Rock. You've been doing a lot of TV and movie stuff. Do you want to do more of that in the future?
I love doing it, and there was a time when I was in college where I really wanted to be an actress, and then I realized that what I would be is really just a waitress because I would never get acting gigs. But I always love doing it. I just think it's a lot of fun, and that's one of the things about our job. It gives us the opportunity to sort of dabble in things that we're interested in.
But at the end of her busy days, she goes home to her favorite roles, wife and mom.
The best piece of advice I could give somebody is don't worry if one drops occasionally. That's okay. Maintain your sense of humor and keep a to-do list. That has saved me many, many, many times because I forget. It's in one ear and out the other. I don't even know where I am right now, to be honest with you.
Hollywood makes a bundle scaring us each year, and flicks like the hit The Haunting in Connecticut are based on supposed real-life events, proving that real life is often stranger than fiction.
So this is a really interesting tombstone here. Inside is buried Leonard Chester, and we believe that this is the oldest tombstone in the burying ground here. Leonard Chester was actually one of the 10 original adventurers who came to Wethersfield to found the town.
This is Old Wethersfield, Connecticut. We decided to take a walk through history, literally. Most people wouldn't choose to walk through a cemetery, but each grave marker is someone's story, offering a glimpse into the past. Terry Joyce is a local historian. She says your local historical society can give you details about the people buried there, if you dare to ask.
1648, all the way up to the present day, you have tombstones. That's amazing.
Yeah, in a way, this is kind of like a living museum as well as a burial place for people's loved ones.
And a little spooky, too.
I guess late at night it could be a lot spooky.
Terry and I certainly didn't hang around long enough to find out. Next, we went on a witch hunt. Connecticut witch trials started about 50 years before the infamous Salem trials. Some accused of black magic were sent to the gallows right here in Old Wethersfield, a town that embraces its dark history.
We're at this house now, and I know this was built back in 1714, believed to be, and that alone is spooky enough. But what else is so special about this house?
This is the house when Elizabeth George Spear was writing The Witch of Blackbird Pond. She used this house as the setting. She loved the medieval look of the exterior and the romantic look of the interior. And the main character, Kit, was actually accused of being a witch in the book.
Okay, let's head in and check it out. There you are. Hello. A little bit of editing magic. Okay, so when we think of witches, we typically think, you know, long pointy nose.
Right, black hat, broom.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
But, you know, most of the people that were accused during this time period looked pretty much the same as the rest of their neighbors, went about their business the same as the rest of their neighbors. Unfortunately, they were just accused of being witches.
Bigger-than-life Hollywood witches can make your heart stop. But those accused during the witchcraft trials in New England looked more bewitching, than evil, and some even admitted to their dark practices.
Mary Johnson actually confessed to having familiarity with the devil. She said she was going about her chores and she had had enough. She told the devil to take this, and he appeared to her and offered to clear all the ashes from the fireplace. Later on, first she's publicly whipped. She has to come back to Wethersfield a month later, be whipped again, and then she is finally executed.
But many others were falsely accused.
Fortunately, in the case of Catherine Harrison, we have a lot of information about the accusations that were made against her.
And they're pretty crazy.
They are, you're correct. For one thing, there was a gentleman who said that it was all her fault that he cut 2 different colored cloths in order to make his breeches.
And while the Wicked Witch of the West certainly makes for a better scare than Glinda the Good Witch, it's the history behind the witches that's truly spooky. So check around and discover the haunting history of your town. For Better, I'm Rhiannon. The film Whip It showcases the modern-day resurgence of women's roller derby, a popular and rowdy 1970s sport.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's play some roller derby!
The sport may have faded away from the mainstream, but more leagues are popping up in major cities. Women are joining roller derby teams to stay fit, have fun, and of course, get out some aggression.
So I came to a bout, checked it out, and fell in love. And then I went to tryouts just to see if I could make it, and I made it and decided I wanted to be a part of the league.
We caught up with 2 teams during a practice scrimmage. The basic rules of the game are players called blockers. They play offense and defense at the same time, while their jammer, a player with a star on her helmet, is trying to get through the pack. When out in the rink, all players have to keep this full contact sport legal.
There's definitely things you can't do. You can't hit above the head, like above the shoulders and up, or below the knees down. You can't elbow, but you can like plow into people.
While the sport has been known to cause injuries, the players we talked to say their war wounds are typically just rink burn from all the falling and some bruises.
You learn to view your bruises as trophies after practice. I don't know how many times I've gone home and been like, look at this huge bruise on my leg.
Well, recently I hurt my knee, and then I just re-hurt it again tonight during scrimmage. But other than that, nothing serious.
As far as the women involved in the sport, all ages and backgrounds are welcome.
Our league, you have to be at least 21, so we have some girls that are 21, and then we have some girls in their 40s.
When the ladies join, the players choose an alias for their tough personas.
My grandmother calls me D, so that's D, and then Nasty because I try to be nasty on the track.
It was really hard. You think you're being really creative when you come up with it, and like you think it's not taken, but it is.
But it's not just fun and games for these women. They do have day jobs.
I work in insurance, so I sit at a desk all day.
I actually work in an office. I do billing and receiving.
I teach middle school English.
Then they have to fit practices into their weekly routines.
I have 1 husband and 5 kids. Well, sometimes my husband wants to leave me, and but it's tough because I'm away 2 nights a week for practices, and he has to put the little ones to bed. But we work it out.
And it's not only a time commitment. Participants of the league actually have to pay to play.
We have monthly dues. We're non-for-profit, so basically we run our organization. It's all on donations. So we have to buy all of our own gear, and you know, there's a lot of maintenance in gear.
But players tell us, despite the costs, the benefits outweigh any negatives.
The best part is the friends I've made.
The people. Everyone I've met, even girls from the other leagues, they're all wonderful. We all give each other hugs after games.
I would say it's, I don't know, I think it's a big family. Even when we travel, I mean, people are really accommodating. Whenever other leagues are having problems, or if something happens to one of their girls, they reach out to other leagues, and everyone's always willing to help.
I definitely think it's more like a family. We're around each other a lot, and you know, it's a full contact sport, you know, we all love each other, so we don't want anyone to get injured, you know. So it's definitely like family.
No previous sports training is needed to try out for a roller derby league, but the ladies do have some advice for those looking to join.
Start skating.
Not to give up. It's hard at the beginning and you just keep skating and just don't give up. Stay focused and stay positive.
Not to be scared. It's definitely not as scary as it may seem. It's very cool and very fun and fast-paced and worth your time.